Hey everybody, got a treat for y'all. Yes, I said y'all, even though I'm from Long Island, which probably nobody knew. Anyway, um, got my Imperial Guard guys started. Aside from the Advisors and the Commissar, which are all models you can get from Forge World, but still you can get them. These guys are Kit Bash. If you remember when I first talked about the Admech, my first Admech video, like how I would use the Imperial Guard Codex where it was an Admech, I showed you a plastic model with a Cadian top and a high elf bottom, glued together with, I believe, an Elysian head on. I don't know if the Elysian head on was on at the time. And I talked about how they don't line up right, so you're going to have to do green stuff work. And then I never did. I finally got around to it the other day, and I painted them up today. And here they are. I'm very happy with the results. The green stuff work. When you get down close and look at it, it's obvious where it is, and it's a little dirty, and not dirty as in dirty, but a little raw. But it gets the job across, especially from a distance, and I can only improve with time, hopefully. There's two different ones. There's flak armor and carapace armor. You probably guessed which one's which already, but the flak armor is the guy without the scale mail skirting. The guy with the scale mail bottom is carapace armor. So they're on their marching bases, which I'm going to work on and improve upon, with some advice from Terrainaholic, which I will use when I do my next set of bases for these guys, and I'll show you how that works. That'll be probably throughout the week or next weekend. Anyway, here they are. This guy is from the heavy weapons team, the entire top half, except for the Elysian head. And this guy's chest was from the heavy weapons team. Not that they really differ in other boxes, but that's where these arms came from. Essentially, it's Mechrite red, scab red for the cloth. It's scab red over the Mechrite red. It's black for the boots, black for the hand gloves, which I know people do with skin, but I made them as gloves to make them look more inhuman. I think the more I keep away from doing flesh tones and keep away from showing any faces, the more inhuman and Admech it feels. Anyway, the backpack is from the heavy weapons team, which is done bestial brown, then scab red over that. And there's I guess smoke launcher, smoke grenades or some type of grenades, or also bolt gun. The armor, which is the chest and the shoulder pads and the helmet, is what I call mechanical black. The gun's also done in that color. It's black and it's chaos black and bolt gun metal. I don't know the exact mix. It's heavy on the black though to make it very dark. I like it because it doesn't really need a highlighting, because when the light hits it, it gets a natural highlight from the metal. I did the weapon like that, and I didn't really pick out any details on the armor because one was very utilitarian, then the mechanical. They're, logic driven, work like a machine, no need for extra adornments. So, I like that look. And that's pretty much the color scheme. And, let's see if I can get close. I green stuffed up where the chest meets the legs, and they make it so it fits, so they fit proportional now, and don't look out of place. One thing I will say when doing green stuff, especially on this guy, is that you're doing it right once when you get into the motions and into the groove of it, and you take your time, and take multiple tries to do it, which I did. This was my first time really doing this. And once I eventually got it to, I liked the thickness, you couldn't tell what green stuff and plastic meant, because it kind of blended into each other, and then I started cutting in the scale mail details with the tool on the thing. Even though he got the point across, it looked very, very messy, like worse than it does now. Terrible zooming in job. Yeah, and it doesn't look bad now, but it looks battle worn. That's the excuse, battle worn. But it looks a lot worse when it's just plastic and green stuff colored, when it's not base coated. Once you put a base coat over it, once you actually get to a detail that you like and get it to work how you want it to, and you like what you see, and you put a base coat over it, it looks fine. It looked great when I put a base coat over it. So, in case anybody is new to doing it like I was, that's usually how it happens. I was hoping for that, and that's what happened, and I was happy. I like this guy's pose, by the way, even though like you may be thinking, well, that looks kind of unnatural. It fits with the Admech, being machine-like, and it looks like he was holding something at like attention, and then he, while at attention, he was motioning to a target or to something, to his commanding officer or something like that. And this guy just got the Voxcaster pose, which the arms and the Voxcaster are from the new Cadian Command Squad, obviously. This is the High Elf Warrior bottom, that's a High Elf Archer bottom. The cool thing about the High Elf Archer bottoms is, well, the High Elf Archers, is that they have a kneeling legs. Yeah, that wasn't correct English, but you get my point. They have kneeling legs, which you can use, which I will use, to actually represent heavy weapons teams. If you want heavy weapons teams, they have kneeling legs, so you can actually do the whole kneeling down, shooting the weapon thing, which is cool. I mean, I plan to use also like servitor, like a guy plunging the targets to a servitor via wire for our heavy weapon team also, but that's neither here nor there. The point is you can do that. You can have kneeling guys if you want them. I don't believe the High Elf Warriors have that, but I don't really plan to use heavy weapon teams in my Carapace armor squads anyway. I like how both turned out. I think they work very well for the Mechanicum. I think they both get the point across up for that. It's a very simple color scheme because there's not much picking out for the details, especially on guys who aren't commanding officers. He's going to be part of my regiment command squad, or the HQ command squad is called. He is going to be a generic trooper. Also, if I ever do, counts as Penal Legion, which is Hypastis Obsoletus Experimentus, which is what they would be called. They look like that also. They would have that look. So yeah, that's pretty much them. I'm planning to use accounts as Strachan for my HQ, and I plan to base him off of a Tech Priest Initiator model, but I'm going to do some changes to the silver arm, and I'm going to not use the arm that the axe arm I should say. So I got plans for that. Maybe I'll do him next weekend, who knows. But yeah, so that'll be the HQ, and then we'll go on from there. He's gonna represent an Explorator, a Tech Priest Explorator, a Magos Explorator, whatever. Anyway, I'm really happy with how these guys turned out. I really like how the blood red lenses really stand out too. I chose the Elysian heads because the Deathcore heads, they don't sell separate, and Deathcore looks very cool. The Gas Master routine is very cool. I have the Commissar and the Quartermaster that I plan to use in this army as well. But I think this looks more techy because it's Elysian drop helmets. And also more inhuman because they've got kind of a oblong shape. But I'm really happy with how these models turned out for my first try. I haven't been this happy about models since I've successfully got my Kopeshes to work on my Prior 2000 Suns. So as far as kit bashing goes, this is a big success in my book, and I'm very happy with them. So hope you've enjoyed. They will have still pics on my blog eventually, which is the Fortress Monastery blog. There should be a link in my channel description, on the channel page. So anyway, here they are. More to come eventually. This is going to take a while to build because there's a lot of work to make each guy. So until next time, take it easy.